I can't believe I just bought a Mini 3 Pro and DJI is already releasing the Mini 4 Pro. Oh my god. Hello everybody, my name is Josh Diaz and I'm coming back with another video, this one on the DJI Mini 3 Pro's successor, the DJI Mini 4 Pro, the lightweight sub 250 gram drone that circumvents a lot of the common drone regulations, allowing you to fly more freely, but still giving you the same highly capable video production system that the DJI Mini 3 Pro has, with a couple extra upgrades. Personally for me, the DJI Mini 3 Pro was my first ever camera drone and the first drone I used professionally as part of my freelance production company, and I really enjoy that drone. I could not stop singing its praises. I've spoken about this before, but I was pretty late in entering the drone market. I didn't like flying the Phantom drones, and up until a point, I didn't see the real reason why I would want to get a drone license and go through all the hoops to use a drone in my professional work. But when the Mini 3 Pro came around, it made everything, super easy. It was very unrestrictive to fly, and, I'm going to be honest, it basically flew itself. The image quality was good, and it was a professional, lightweight, small package that could give serviceable video, all the while taking up minimal space. I really love that drone and still use it a lot today. But as you know, all good things must come to an end, or at least be incrementally replaced, and that's what we have here with the DJI Mini 4 Pro, which was just announced and will be coming to stores soon. So let's look into the differences between the DJI Mini 3 Pro and the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Right away, if you look at the bodies, there's very little different between these two drones. The Mini 3 Pro is already a pretty concise, compact, small package, and I really like the iterations between that and the second-gen drones. The arms folding, that was different, and the body was way sleeker than some of the older drones. I had almost no complaints about the Mini 3 Pro in terms of a body style. I didn't particularly like the squeeze push-button batteries in the back, but, a small complaint compared to the capabilities of the drone. And the DJI Mini 4 Pro appears to be carrying a lot of those similar body style incremental upgrades. There only seems to be a couple small changes, and that's the placement of the sensors. There's going to be some more avoidance capabilities with that, so it seems like a practical change. And then there also appears to be some landing support on the bottoms of all the propeller arms, which hopefully will keep the bottom from scratching like it has on my DJI Mini 3 Pro. Let's talk about the gimbal and the cameras. This is the big thing for these drones, is how much performance can you pack in such a small package. And on the surface, it appears to be a very similar, if not the exact same camera, just with a software upgrade that will allow the DJI Mini 4 Pro to record at 4K 100 FPS, as opposed to the DJI Mini 3 Pro's 4K 60 sometimes, but most of the time 4K 30. Another change is that DJI is introducing D-Log-M, which is a logarithmic color film setting that's going to allow you to color grade your footage much easier than other footage that's recorded in regular, or like what the DJI Mini 3 Pro uses, D-Cine-like, which is it's a mock logarithmic color profile essentially that still gives you an extended dynamic range over regular footage, but it doesn't give you the same type of grading clarity that D-Log-M will. So I'm happy to see that on this new drone. Some more improvements: the DJI Mini 4 Pro is coming with some omnidirectional obstacle avoidance systems that are not present in the DJI Mini 3 Pro. The DJI Mini 3 Pro would stop you or go around an object if you're about to hit it going straight down, straight forward, or straight back. But I'm afraid to say that if it was going sideways, like if you were orbiting around an object, it would likely crash into something, similar to if you were accelerating upwards into an object, it would also crash into something. So it looks like the sensors on this DJI Mini 4 Pro could potentially keep your drone extra safe. I don't see any news saying that the gimbal technology has changed dramatically, and looking at the side-by-sides, it appears to be exactly the same, so I don't anticipate any gimbal performance changes on this new drone. Another improvement is the range with the upgraded transmitter. We're now going to 20 kilometers of transmission distance as opposed to 12 rated kilometers with the DJI Mini 3 Pro. That's with DJI's 04 connectivity system as opposed to the 03 system. So there's an improvement there. You'll also see a slightly better runtime out of the DJI Mini 4 Pro with a battery life that's about 100 milliamps longer, 150 milliamps actually, longer than the DJI Mini 3. Unfolded, the DJI Mini 4 Pro is going to be slightly bigger in almost every direction than the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Not too big of an issue, as the DJI Mini 3 Pro is already a very small drone, so a small size increase isn't a deal breaker for me. And in terms of travel speed and max wind resistance, we're looking at the exact same. Both drones will hold up to level 5 10.7 meters per second of wind resistance with a top speed of 16 meters per second. It does appear that DJI will not be discontinuing the DJI Mini 3 Pro for some time, and that the DJI Mini 4 Pro will be sold alongside it, at least in the current state. It's likely the package with the DJI Mini 4 Pro will end up costing you a little more, especially if you kit it out with the Fly More package, and coupling with the impending discounts that will be coming on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. It was already on an incredible sale in the middle of the year that knocked off a couple $100. You can definitely anticipate those coming again for Black Friday and Boxing Day. So let's talk about my reaction to the announcement of this new drone. You always get that pit in your stomach when you buy something and you're like super happy with it. You don't know how it could get better. That's my interpretation of the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I really like this drone. I mean, I know how it could get better. Obviously, it could get better in image resolution and fly time and all sorts of stuff. But for me, it was just like, for the money, what else could I expect? A little partner in the sky that could do my filming for me. I'd never experienced anything like it. And then you get the announcement that they've made it better. And that makes you start wanting a new purchase all over again. But I have to say the DJI Mini 3 owners should be cognizant of the value that they have in their drone. Like, that's an incredible drone. And the announcement of the DJI Mini 4 Pro will not change the value that's in the Mini 3 Pro. There are some incremental upgrades, but let's talk about them individually and break them down. 100 frames per second in 4K compared to 60 frames per second in 4K. 100 frames per second in 4K is good, but it would typically be used for slow motion footage where, I don't use a lot of slow motion footage with a drone. With a wide angle lens shooting from far away, subjects don't typically move very fast across your screen, so slowing them down even further, it just doesn't happen very often unless you're right in the action. So while 4K 100 is nice, I don't see myself personally using it very often. Omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, I can see a benefit for that. I mean, if you're shopping in this lower end category for DJI, it only helps, in my opinion, to have those sensors available to help introductory flyers not crash their drones and not cash in their DJI care. I think it's a win for everyone, especially because you can turn those sensors off if you want to fly a little closer, a little close to the sun, so to speak. So I think that's a win as long as you don't end up paying a lot more for it. And finally, 60 FPS in HDR and a color space change to D-Log-M. I'm all about grading flexibility. I had a previous video where I was more or less complaining that when you use the master shots and the quick shots features on the DJI Mini 3 Pro that it locked you into filming in regular color space. I did not like that. I do like the D-Cine on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I don't think it's very flexible, but I think it's good for, what the drone essentially is it's an entry level to professional video in the sky. Adding on flexibility, I can certainly see being a benefit, but is it enough for me to sell my DJI Mini 3 and go for a DJI Mini 4? I don't think so. Like, D-Log-M will be more flexible, but I think given the proper shooting settings, you could really make any style of footage work, D-Log-M, D-Cine-like, or even regular if you so choose, especially because who this drone is catering to. It's one of the only pro video drones that offers vertical shooting where the camera flips on its side. And I'm going to be honest, the first time I turned that on, I was very scared because your whole screen turns and it looks like your drone's just doing a barrel roll into the ground. But we've always known that this drone caters to the fast turnaround, social media spec type of crowd, even if that's not necessarily what us as videographers use it for. That's who it can cater to with some of these specs. So an incremental upgrade in color space is fine to me, but it's not going to make me upgrade. So in conclusion, I'm still very happy with my DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I'm happy that they're continuing the lineage. I think this drone's only getting better, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the next iteration of this drone. But my current opinion of the DJI Mini 4 Pro is that it's an incremental upgrade that will service and benefit people who don't have a DJI Mini 3 Pro, because I don't see any reason to swap for this upgraded drone and not consider something bigger and a drone license like the Mavic. If you think you need an upgrade from the DJI Mini 3 Pro, look farther down the line, because I don't think you'll be satisfied with what you're getting out of this new drone. I think what you're looking for at that point from a drone has expanded to a more professional type of aerial film device, and I would just look down the line at that stuff. But what do you think about the announcement and the launch of the new DJI Mini 4 Pro? It looks like a great drone. I wish I had one, but I'm going to stick with my DJI Mini 3 Pro at least for now. Let me know what you think of this new drone. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.